Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to my first video of 2023. Hopefully there'll be more. I'm still got my fingers crossed that my fiber internet will turn up at some point this year, hopefully before March, but it's unlikely. I don't get that lucky, right? But I'm hopeful. With fiber comes more bandwidth, comes more video uploads. I'll just be able to do them. Whereas now, as I've said many times before, uploading video is a real pain. It's slow, it's tedious. My internet is flaky, so it crashes a lot. If your internet goes down while you're uploading a video, you've got to start from scratch. So, videos are not something I can really concentrate on. I want to do more. I've got ideas, things I want to do, but I just can't do them. Having said that, I am planning on doing more videos. Way to go contradicting yourself. You're not even like a minute in. I probably am. I probably waffled for over a minute. I'm good at waffling. I don't know. How long have I been waffling? I don't know. Now I'm just waffling about waffle. That's too many waffles. Anyway, this video is meant to kind of, it's a little bit of an update, but it's more of kind of a looking forward and kind of this is where we are. And this is what I want to happen this year, what's probably more likely to happen this year, and all those kind of things. 2022, how would I rate 2022 as a year? I would rate it as a big thumbs down. I would do a raspberry noise, but I'm not an ASMR channel. Maybe on the OnlyFans, but you'd have to find it first. Yeah, 2022 was not a good year. I don't know what I was saying before. So trying to get this to cut and edit right is going to be awkward. But anyway. So yes, as I was saying, 2022 was a very bad year. Very bad year, money-wise. I don't like to concentrate on money. I don't like to concentrate on money. But it is, sadly, we live in a world where money is important. And you need money to survive. I need money to survive. And we were probably right on the edge before the cost of living came into effect. Because obviously for someone like me, cost of living is a double whammy. Less money coming in as expected, but of course everything that I need to survive has gone up in price. So if I was on the edge before, really I'm probably below that razor line. The kind of I forget which way you do it in Canada. I think black is good and red is bad. So I'm probably really going into the red in terms of income, and that's not a sustainable way of living, of going forward. And of course the other thing is, I want to improve my lot in life. I've been stuck at my dad's now for a while. I may have come back voluntarily, but I wouldn't say I was here voluntarily now. Not saying I'm a prisoner by any chance. I'm lucky to be able to come to a place like this. My dad's live incredibly cheap and try to do this kind of thing. I understand how lucky that makes me, but the other side of the coin is I'm not a young person anymore, and it doesn't matter how old you get. If you live with your parents, there's still a very much a parent-child dynamic which comes into effect, and it's hard to get over that and into a place where you kind of feel like, okay, yes, I am living like this, but I do feel like my own person. And the kind of family dynamic has been getting worse and worse. There's been more friction. It's not sustainable. You're going to hear me. I'm sounding like a politician saying sustainable so much. It's not sustainable. We have to make it sustainable for the children. What do you think of the children? But this is where I am. So I have a number of options. The obvious option is just go get a job, you lazy git, right? Just go get a job. Stop moaning about it. Go get a job. And in all fairness, that is probably what I will have to do this year. And I was thinking about it and trying to make a decision of, if I do go for a job, I'd prefer not to. I'd prefer to keep on doing this and doing more things, which is why I'm going to try and do as much as I can in the first couple of months of this year and see if something sticks, something takes off. But if I do go to get a job, there are two ways of doing it. You go for a part-time job, which is just to bring in the cash, which is to fund this. I'm not good at part-time jobs. I'm not good at working somewhere and not getting invested in it, if that makes any sense. There are a lot of people who can. There are a lot of people who just work for a wage. And I get that. And in many ways, I respect that. But I'm not one of those people. If I'm working somewhere, if I'm taking somebody's money, I will do the best job that I can possibly do. And what I know that means for me is that I will put my entire effort into it. That, of course, means making videos, doing streams, all that kind of thing. If I have to go for a job, that all becomes secondary. You know, streams would probably become weekend things. We can keep this tightrope if we can keep making our Twitch payout, and that's the original Twitch limit payout. Like it's $50 now, which I'm sure I probably will make, and that's great. But the old one was $100, and that's the Twitch payout limit I have to keep in mind at all times because I know how much my life costs. And then obviously Patreon is the other thing that's keeping me going as well, which is great, and I appreciate that. But it is a tightrope. It's very tight. It's a struggle every month, but it's a struggle I like to do because I like doing the streaming. I like doing the YouTube stuff. I like doing the fantasy writing stuff, all those kind of things. So it's a struggle, but it's a struggle I'm willing to do. Of course, the other flip coin is if I go and get a job, it'll probably be, I live in Guernsey, it'll be probably be in the finance industry. The wages will be good, but I will be bored and depressed, you know. So I'd rather keep on doing this. But sustainability, I only said that time because I've run out of things to say on this topic, and honestly, it's depressing me. So we're just going to carry on. Streaming wise, streams are going to continue Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. UK time. We go for a minimum of 4 hours. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch 2 lately. That's going to stop because, and I'm going to do a separate video about this. Overwatch 2 is bad. I'm going to keep it installed. It will be played every now and again, but I will not be playing it as much as I have. Here's the kicker. That only works if I can find something to replace Overwatch 2 with. The beauty of Overwatch 2, and the only reason I play it, like, if it was just a game I played in my spare time, Overwatch 2 would never see the light of day. I would not play it. I play it on stream because it's a very, very easy, lazy game to stream. Apex Legends filled that slot for a while. I'm not going back to Apex Legends. What I would really like to fill that slot is a new Unreal tournament or a new Quake. A nice, not Quake Champions, because that turned out to be really bad. A nice, quick, run around like a headless chicken deathmatch shooter. That's what I want. So what are we going to fill our time with? Beginning the 9th of January, Monday 9th of January, we will be playing a host of new games. Some will be very short-lived just by the nature of the game itself. They're short narrative-driven games. Some of them, I think, are longer narrative-driven games. But they're not going to be repeatable. We'll play it once. We'll hopefully get through it. Hopefully I won't get bored halfway through. And hopefully we'll have a good time. I'm throwing in a couple of games there which are more repeatable, but they're going to mainly, if they're good, that is, I don't know at this stage, they would mainly fit into the kind of Oxygen Not Included RimWorld type of replayability, which is I will go back to them every now and again. I will play them for a while, and then I will get bored and I will stop playing them. Starting the 9th, it's a week of all new games. Assuming they're all good. In terms of repeatable games that I'll try and bring back, I'd like to do some more Slay the Spy with Twitch integration if I can ever get that mod working again. Some Across the Obelisk runs. I'm really enjoying Soulstone Survivors, but I'm also well aware that is starting to run out of steam for me as well. On the back of Soulstone Survivors, I did pick up Vampire Survivors. And I may go down a little bit of a road of trying to find games like that. I saw one yesterday I was going through Steam, which did have Twitch integration. All it did was name the enemies after people in chat, but there were a fair number of negative reviews, and I couldn't find anyone, like any YouTube or Twitch videos of people playing it to kind of get a decent idea. But again, it was fairly cheap, so I may end up picking it up and trying that. But if anyone has got any good ideas of repeatable games, they don't have to be shooters, roguelites, anything that, you have to do and run. You do a run, you win, you fail, you go back. If anyone's got any ideas, please do let me know, because I am struggling with that kind of game type. But yeah, so that's kind of where streams will carry on, and streams will carry on for as long as I can possibly keep streams going. And that's all there is to that. Outside of stream, there's going to be a lot of changes. So I kind of launched the Cakeverse last year, website, written words, updated it sporadically throughout the year. Like I say, it was a bad year creatively. It was a bad year mental health wise. It's a bad year physical health wise. So it didn't get the love and attention it deserved. But it's also, for me, keeping a website up and running is fairly expensive. It's there until April, I believe. April the 1st, I think, is when it goes down. I'll keep the domain, but I'm not intending on keeping the website going moving forward. If the website survives, it will become more of a hub to kind of branch you out to where my projects are. What are those projects? I hear you saying. Well, I don't know. That's a lie. I do know. I do know. So I don't want to concentrate on the written word at this time. If anything I do written word is going to be going towards Sycamore 3, which is a full novel that I'm working on that I want to get out. With the idea being that when it's done, I will provide it for free in PDF, Mobi, EPUB, whatever e-readers use. It'll come out and it'll be ready when it's ready. So in the short term, doesn't help me out, doesn't help you out. But it's there. It's being worked on. So what am I doing in the short term project-wise if I'm not going to do written word stuff? Well, I've been playing around, and I've said this before, with audio stuff. Now, ideally, in a dream world, I would be doing fully produced, fully voice acted by professional voice actors, and fully foleyed by professional Foley artists audio plays, right? That's not where I am right now. So what I have to do is audio, I don't want to call them dramas, but audio productions, which are just me. So I'm going to have to write it, read it, and edit it, get it out there. Two main problems here. One, I don't like editing my own voice. And the other thing I don't really know to do, and I've been listening to other kind of audio productions, like audio podcasts, narrative-driven podcasts, this kind of stuff. I don't know where to draw the line with sound effects and background music and that kind of stuff. One of them makes sense to not have sound effects. It's an old man, basically going through his memoirs. So the fact that he would just be narrating that, and that's all you get, probably with I'd probably do a background noise of a crackling fire, roaring fire in the background, something like that. But that would be it. And the other one I'm working on, which is, it's a spacefaring one. So, but I've been writing it using dice rolls to make decisions about where the story goes. And it's actually been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun to write that way. I will definitely say that. Because obviously, normally you're writing something, your hero's always probably going to win, right? Your hero has to win. Your hero has to make it to the end of the book, right? Or else, how does that work? Whereas when you're doing it on the dice rolls, actually, no, the hero is in real jeopardy at every turn. And I do mean every turn. So some decisions, obviously, I'm just making myself, as I believe the hero would make. But most of them, they're on a dice roll. And I'm kind of using the year zero mechanic for the dice rolls and the decisions. So not only do I have my dice as the hero, was it good, bad, or so there's really good, okay, bad, basically, are the three choices. But then I'm also, if it's a decision against an opponent, they also get to roll as well. And so I might have a really good, they might also have a really good, and then you kind of have to mesh that together in a narrative fashion, which is a lot of fun. You might end up with they might get a really good and you get a bad, which means really you've got a really, 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 really bad. And it's those kind of situations where, well, do you know what? The story could just end in a rather abrupt manner because the hero's dead now. That hasn't happened yet. but it could. And I like this. I like writing it this way. I haven't sat down to try and do a voice recording of it yet. The actual process of creating it's been a lot of fun. And then obviously what I'm thinking is with these dice rolls, with this oppositional thing, with this kind of, it opens up the ability to, in Discord or a place like that, put decisions up for a vote, or even get input from the audience. You know, they could give ideas. They could say, oh, well, I think you should go here next. And then we could either do a vote, we do dice rolls, do whatever it is. But there's a lot more randomness that can be thrown into that story. And from my point of view, that just means I have to roll with what I'm given. And from a creative point of view, I'm really enjoying that. On that note, there will be a new podcast out there. I'm going to call it Tales from the Cakeyverse. There will only be one, and all of these kind of different ideas, shows, if you like, will appear on the one podcast. Outside of stream for the next couple of months, my focus will be Sycamore 3, a full Cakeyverse adventure, and Tales from the Cakeyverse, audio stories. And the other thing, which will be a much more sporadic unless fiber internet comes down my road and, you know, incredibly quickly, which I'm not expecting. I'm playing a lot more board games. Again, I'm playing a lot more solo board games. I'm enjoying the solo board. I'm pointing over here because that's where my board game table is. Means nothing to you because you didn't know that, but now you do. You see, this is why you watch these. It's for little tidbits. Did you know he's got a gaming table over there? It's not even a gaming table. It's an old dining room table, which is too big in some regards and completely the wrong size and makes playing board games on it a real pain in the ass. And what I would ideally get is one of those nice little foldable big gaming tables so I could play like Legion and Warhammer and all that kind of stuff, play my game, and then fold the table up and get it out of the way, rather than having this great big chunk of old wood in the way, which, yes, it was dark when I came into my shed this morning. I'd forgotten I'd put in that table there, and I walked right into it because I forgot to turn my lights on, all right? And I really hurt my hip. I want to do board game videos. So at the moment, I've got Wolfenstein. I got given the Wolfenstein board game for Christmas. Haven't even looked at the rules yet. I'm still building the models because they all came on spruce. One of those is a tree. So I'm still building them. But when I do the playthrough, that will be recorded. The main focus of board games will be board games you can play yourself. But again, these are videos, and the long playthroughs, and they are long, you know, you're talking like, well, your play session is going to probably, you know, I'd probably do 2-hour play sessions, but the videos would probably end up, because again, I will take a more kind of battle report type stance rather than showing you every move. Unless I start streaming them live again, then the VODs will just obviously be every move. But the plan is to edit them down, but they're still probably going to be 30, 40-minute videos. Right now, I'll keep this bit in the video, but right now when I look at OBS, which I'm recording into OBS, we are at 34 minutes. So now you'll be able to see how much I edited this down by looking at YouTube to see how far below 34 minutes and 40 seconds now that we are. That's a fun little game. Woo! Oh, no, there's actually one other thing I'm going to do. So I do want a cheap and easy video series where I can do short 5-minute videos, movie reviews. I don't know what I was going to say to lead up into that, but movie reviews, not of good movies, just the movies that I've happened to watch. We don't actually care, just want to know what the plan is. Here's the plan. Streams continue. Great, lovely, good. I want to get to the stage where I can put out a audio piece of work once a week. Day to be decided. But one piece of audio work out a week. I want to also be able to put out a video once a week. And that is going to be the movie reviews. Anything board game related, stop doing that, will be extra. Like so extra. The plan. We're getting back to the plan. The plan. God damn it, the plan. Streams, 5 days a week. Twitch.tv/pieceofcake. One audio work a week. 1 video a week. Board Games Extra. That's the plan. Woo! You know the plan. I'm just not going to say anything else. Woo! Because if I start talking again, this video is going to be like 8 hours long. It's going to be longer than The Hobbit, longer than Lord of the Rings together, but better quality and better storytelling than The Rings of Power. That's right. I'm still getting my digs in. That show was shit. We need to remember it was shit. I'm still hoping season 2 is going to be good. And with that, let's call this video quits, right? We've gone down in flames. We've crashed. We've derailed. I don't know where we are. Nicolas Cage is probably involved somewhere. Oh my God, wouldn't it be great to get Nicolas Cage involved in some of my projects? That's a pipe dream. That's where we are. Plan. I have a plan. Will I stick to the plan? I don't know. I kind of need to because, yeah, I want to keep on doing this. So I kind of need to. If you like what I do, and if you want to support me in any way, share this video around. Share my Twitch link around, twitch.tv/pieceofcake. I do have Patreon, patreon.com/churchofcakey. I might change that in the future, but we'll see. And leave comments below if there's anything you want to ask me, talk to me about. Please feel free to leave comments below. I will respond eventually when I remember how to check those things. I'm sure it's easy, but you know, I'm an idiot. On this channel, going forward, Twitch VODs will be going live again. I stopped doing them because I was only playing Overwatch and I just didn't want to flood this channel with Overwatch 2 content. Next week, the Oxygen Not Included playthrough that I started on Twitch will be going live, as well as the first Soulstone Survivors VOD, for those who are interested. And then obviously on Twitch this week, we'll be playing all new games, so they'll be coming over to YouTube the week after. And then I will keep this going. So there will be constant content on this channel. These update videos will probably continue on this channel. I may move them somewhere else. I honestly don't know. It's all up in the air. Talk about that plan. It's a solid plan. Well thought through. Gonna be a success. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support that anyone has ever shown me. It's very much appreciated. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all spending your time and your money wisely. I mean, ish. I'd still like a little bit. You can be a little bit unwise. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope I will see you all around soon. Bye for now. Woo!